Welcome to the Good Karma Sport Fishing Podcast. I'm your host, Captain Ryan Van Fleet. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. So we have one more week until the grouper opener. Grouper season opens on May 1st. So take the time this weekend while it's windy and start getting ready. We've got about 3 to 4 more days left to wind, it looks like. So take the time and rewatch the courses that you purchased. And if you have not purchased the courses, I would highly suggest you do because, guys, there's a lot of competition out there on the reef right now, and there's a lot of stuff floating around as far as what to do and what not to do. I just pretty much lay out what I do in the courses, okay? I tell you guys exactly what I do. There's no mystery. It's there for you. You can see what I use for bait, what I use for line, what products I use. The grouper bonus, the people that have purchased the course have emailed me and said it's the best nuts and bolts grouper tutorial that's out there today. So I will be raising the price on the grouper bonus, okay? I will be raising the price, and that will be done on May 1st. So grouper season. So at midnight on May 1st, the price goes up. And so now's the time to buy that course while it's at the current price. Also, too, Captain Ryan's Reef Strategy course. That course is an ongoing course, and I put a lot of work into that course. Basically, what that is, I tell you guys exactly what I do. It's an anchoring course along the reef, and I give you the strategies for what I do on wind against tide. I throw a whole bunch of anchoring tricks in there. I tell you basically how I do it, okay? I give you all the strategies as far as bait goes, all the little tips and tricks. There's a lot of stuff in there. And I also tell you where to fish, okay? I give you the locations. I give you the locations from the North Key Largo area to Pickles Reef, okay? So if you fish those zones, you guys, it's going to open up a whole new world for you guys. I show you guys what to look for. There's just so much that goes into it, and I'm super excited about that course. That's why I'm going to continue on with the course to make it ongoing. So I cannot wait to see the results that the people that have purchased the course are going to send me, because it's immediately changing the way people fish, and I'm just so stoked about that because I like to see other people succeed. And actually do the work, okay? And the guys are doing the work, they're putting in the time, and they're having some awesome catches out there right now, and I just can't wait to see the groupers that they produce because there's going to be a lot of them. So, anyways, on with today's podcast. So, Wahoo season, for me at least, is starting to teeter down. I don't really focus a lot on those fish this time of year, and I started to put my gear away and switch over to, so I just switch gears. I just learned I just turn it off, and I'm okay with that because I think I had a pretty good season. I did not wahoo fish during the months of November or December or January. I put everything away, actually, just for personal reasons, and then I restarted up again in February, and we crushed it. We had an amazing February. We had an awesome March. We had awesome numbers, big fish. The biggest fish came out to be 75 pounds this year. So as I talked to you guys about in the past, is live bait did produce the biggest fish this year, live goggle eyes, and over the trolled baits. So we did catch one decent-sized fish on the troll, but the rest came on live baits. The 2 biggest ones were on live baits. And that's, in my opinion, it's an amazing way to catch fish because it's on lighter gear. And, we caught that fish on 30-pound fluorocarbon leader and number 5 wire stinger rigs. You can go back and listen to my podcast on Wahoo and live baits. It's just an awesome way to fish. But April can produce some of the biggest wahoo of the year. They have in the past for me. Usually it starts 7 days before the full moon. This year we had lots of weed, we had lots of wind, and it just was like not there for me. So I wasn't feeling it, so I didn't even try. But in years past, we typically had awesome catches on this moon because it shows big and bright early, and that's a little nugget for you can tuck away, which I'll get into next fall when I start. This is kind of it now for what I'm going to kind of wrap it up for Wahoo for the season, and then we'll get back into it late summer, getting you guys ready for the season. So with that being said, I have a new blog out, and this will be the last blog for this Wahoo season, and I'll release another one here late in the summer, early fall, and I'll get back started on them again, talking about Wahoo in particular. But I'm going to be shifting gears to other fish, so you'll just have to stay tuned. So the title of this blog is How to Catch Wahoo in Cloudy Conditions, okay? And now it just does not pertain to Wahoo, okay? You can apply this blog to big blackfin tunas and other fish as well as reef fish, okay? I'm going to leave it at that right now. So you just need to go to the blog. You need to read it. And how do you get to the blog? You need to go to goodkarmasportfishing.com. You need to click on the blog page, and then you'll see all the blogs listed there. And then you can click on the new blog, okay, called How to Catch Wahoo in Cloudy Conditions. I talk in particular about what we call a light transition period. It happens during the day. And I'm not going to talk too much about it because it's in the blog, and it has some awesome stuff in there. So I'm building the blog site for you guys. It has a source of information, and that way you can go back, you can read it. Lots of detail in there. I get right to the point, okay? So anyways, the blog's there for you. Take a look at it. So I want to share something with you I find that's so awesome, okay? That's so awesome about Wahoo and their migrations, okay? So there's not a lot that's known about Wahoo, and everybody has their theories. Some guys, say they follow the loop current out of the Gulf, and then they come over from the Bahamas. They travel this current and that current. But really you don't know because there's been no satellite tags deployed on these fish. Now, mahi, on the other hand, you basically know when those fish are going to show up now. Guys, there's tagging studies available on the Dolphin Research Center site on their Facebook page that are just amazing. And they basically show a beeline in the marathon, okay, and back. So you can see how the predictions and how they swim. And you'll see that there's a direct shot of these fish that go into marathon first, okay? Then they make the turn up the Gulf Stream, and then they ride the Gulf Stream up through North Carolina, and they continue the way up to the canyons, and then they turn around and then they come back. So a majority of our fish in the Keys do reside in make their winter residency in the Puerto Rico area, and then they return back to the Keys, and you can see the path that they go in the marathon first, okay? That's why marathon has awesome catches, okay? They get to the fish first. So go to the Dolphin Research Center site on their Facebook. It's called the Dolphin Research Center. And then you can see all the migration. Just scroll through their Facebook page, and you can see all their studies. You can see the tagging studies. I challenge you guys to do that because a lot of people are spending way too much time watching fishing shows on YouTube. And yeah, there are some great shows and that kind of stuff. But I really challenge you guys to start learning more about the fish itself, and quit watching other people fish so much, and spend some time studying and getting better, put some time in studying the science behind the fishing. And the Dolphin Research Center is especially though you guys that are dolphin fanatics, if you guys have not studied the dolphin migration sites and you're tournament fishing and you want to get into that stuff, you really need to put in some time, man. You really need to, especially if you've just bought a new boat and you really want to get into fishing, you really want to catch some big dolphin, you got to do your homework, and that's a great place to start. Now, what I'm super excited about is the Dolphin Research Center is starting to tag Wahoo. And I'm like, okay. And we all know how hard it is, especially myself, in releasing a Wahoo. Not many Wahoo get released because they die. Once they expend all their energy, it is super hard to release those fish, okay? It takes some time. Not to mention you got to get that hook out of their mouth without killing them, banging them on the head, and it's going to be an adventure for those guys. It's super like a challenge, but they are in it to win it. Now, back in December, they placed a satellite tag onto a 47-inch dolphin, okay? The tag was set to deploy 180 days later. On April 8th, 2022, they published these preliminary depth study results from that Wahoo that was tagged off Puerto Rico. They do a lot of their tagging down there, and I think they're based out of there as well. And the captains down there are really into the tagging programs. And you can pick up tags at local tackle shops and all that good stuff. So they'll tell you where to do that on their site. And also they do take donations, and I do donate to that site because I do feel as far as what they have given me over the years, as far as knowledge, is amazing. And I always believe that if somebody's helped me out, that I help them out as well. And especially when it comes to knowledge. And I always take care of people that have given me knowledge over the years. And I'm super grateful for the Dolphin research program because it has helped me become a better fishing guide. And not only in that, it's helped me explain the science behind the migration of these fish with proof. Okay, with proof. There's a difference in thinking you know something versus scientific data that's actually backed up by tagging. Migration tags. So anyways, so they tagged this Wahoo and it was set to deploy 180 days later, and they published the results, I think on April 8th from this this tag. And guys, it's pretty awesome. Okay. Now here's the results. The data from this recent deployment tag of that individually marked Wahoo showed that the maximum depth visited was 878 feet. Okay, the results showed that this fish varied its use throughout each 24-hour period, with dawn being the deepest at 206 feet, compared to dusk 124 feet, with the shallowest recorded depth happening during the nighttime hours, which was 74 feet. Okay, 74 feet. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that because that's really all I want to talk about for Wahoo. And I want you guys to think long and hard over the weekend. And I challenge you guys to shutting off the YouTube and watching other people fish and actually spending some time learning some science. And then, I want you guys to really, think about that tagging study, okay? Because there is something to it, and I'm not going to tell you what it is until later. You're just going to have to wait, and it's there. They do have something to it, so I want you to think about it, okay? And start using your brain a little bit, and I want to challenge you guys to that. Go back into my blogs, read through them really good, especially the light transition. And take that light transition blog and think about that tagging study a little bit. That's officially it. So if you guys are interested in joining the Good Karma Sport Fishing rigging crew, I am opening up to 3 individuals. So that group needs to stay small. So what that group is it's not only rigging, is that we go into discussions like these and we go into them in depth. It's a monthly seminar. I ask the guys what they want to learn about, and I do bring in special guests, and I have a special guest that's going to be on next month, and we're going to be talking about mahi fishing and some new secrets that are out there as far as lures and weeds and fighting them and all that stuff, new colors, and then we get into some other stuff as well. We talk about what we just talked about in the podcast, but we go in depth into that group. It's just not rigging lures. And so just keep that in mind. It's called the Rigging Crew because it's an awesome name, so we love it. And I've got a good group of guys in there that have been with me for a very long time, and it's awesome. Just an awesome community. It's a great place to meet people that have boats here in the Keys, or if you're looking to find some guys to fish with that are like-minded, that listen to the podcast. What I found is that the guys that listen to this podcast they're like-minded individuals like myself with the same philosophies as far as fishing goes, and they really do put in the work and are just so. I do have openings for 3 people, and if you're looking to join, you can email me at goodkarmaryan@gmail.com. Now, it is a long-term commitment in the group to be in the group, and I do have to do some screening before I allow you to join into the group. I just want to make sure you're a good fit for the community. Also, too, if you're a new charter boat operation or an existing one that wants to add bottom fishing to their playbook, you can contact me directly, and I'm available as a consultant, and I will show you exactly how you can get started and how you can apply my type of fishing to where you're at, because it will work. So I have got guys in Fort Lauderdale that, as apparently everybody tells me Fort Lauderdale is fished out. Well, it's not, because they're sending me plenty of pictures of mutton snappers and all that stuff, because I have taught them how to do it. Okay? I teach them my style, and my style works for me. So I keep things very simple. So if you're interested in hiring me as a consultant for your business to get you going, and it's well worth it, because it's going to open up another avenue for you as far as a business. Or if you're just an individual recreational fisherman and you want to learn exactly how I do it, you can contact me directly for pricing as far as private consulting. And that is like an 8 to 10 week program. So you can contact me directly at goodkarmaryan@gmail.com. And what that is that we spend individual time together, and it's a more open forum for you personally and how to get better. So I'm not going to go into details with it, but anyway, so I am available for that as well. That's it. Follow me on Instagram. Find out what I'm catching. Good Karma Sport Fishing _FL_keys. Download the app for the best solar lunar free information, as well as tides and all that other good stuff. It's a free app as well, and I'm going to be adding to that, which is something that I'm working on here. So it's just, apps are, oh my God, they're a pain in the ass. So, but I really love our app, and I really want it to be good. But it's free, and I'm really happy that it's there for you guys. So again, you can download the app. It's available through iTunes, or it's available through Google Play. It's a Good Karma Sport Fishing app. That's it. Finally. Have a good weekend, guys. And remember, anytime you're fishing, it's all good.